I have been married for 17 years to my husband Travis. He's amazing. We love basketball and sports. We have an amazing son named Logan. He's 7, and he's just a ball of energy all the time. A lot of fun to be around. He loves to joke and play and have fun. We play pickleball together as a family. We do a lot of puzzles and games. We love having family game night, and so I feel really blessed to have such a fun family and a really supportive husband. Originally, I didn't want to be an attorney, and I was very much against the thought of going to law school. When I was younger, my father was involved in some litigation that I felt like had kind of a dark cloud over our family for a while and put a lot of strain on our relationships and our finances and stuff like that. And so, in my mind, growing up, attorneys were the worst, and they didn't genuinely care about people and whether what they were doing was good for their clients. And so, I didn't want to go to law school, even though I had a lot of mentors and professors kind of encouraging me on that route when I was in college. And after a lot of encouragement, I decided that that was something I wanted to do because I wanted to do it differently, and I wanted to be someone who could show that attorneys genuinely do care about their clients. And so that's been kind of something that shaped me as I've been on my path to be an attorney. And so I first attended law school at Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington, and I went my first year there. And then I transferred to the University of Utah and completed my second and third year there, and have been practicing since 2010. I started out in insurance defense and realized quickly that that was not meant for me, and that, again, if I really wanted to help clients and help people, that it was plaintiff's work that I needed to do. And so plaintiff's personal injury has always been a big part of my practice, and I'm looking forward to making it 100% of my focus now that I'm with Johnson Livingston. One of the reasons that I really wanted to partner with Blake and Todd at Johnson Livingston was the fact that they, really genuinely care about their clients and that they're doing right by their clients. And that's something that's important to me as well. And then the other thing is they're just looking to do things differently and to really make sure that plaintiffs are taken care of and that insurance companies aren't getting away with ripping people off or making their lives harder, more difficult following something that's been pretty traumatic for them, like a car accident or other type of personal injury. And so that kind of energy and desire to do things differently was attractive to me and was why I wanted to come be a part of the Johnson Livingston team. I think one of the things that I would really like to do differently is really demonstrate just complete compassion for my clients, as well as working harder than everyone else in the room to get the result that my clients deserve. I think Utah County in particular has a rap of having really conservative juries, but I also think we have a lot of really caring people, and those people are the ones that make up our juries. And I think when they see an injustice, they want to make it right, and I want to be able to present cases to clients and to juries that show the true value of these clients' cases and their loss, and maybe disrupt kind of that narrative about Utah County being too conservative to make good awards. Well, besides the fact that there aren't a lot of women who are plaintiffs' personal injury attorneys, I think obviously that's a unique characteristic that I have. I think that also helps me relate to a certain clientele that we might have, as well as being a mother makes a big difference. When I see children that are injured, obviously my mom heart kind of gets those strings pulled a bit, and I really want to just work extra hard and go above and beyond to help those families get the recovery that they need. One of my role models, and I think it's not a secret to people who know me really well, is Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was the second female Supreme Court justice. And one of the things that I really like about her is just her total conviction and compassion for women's rights and women's issues. And she argued before the Supreme Court 6 times before being on the bench herself, and the majority of the cases that she argued were for women's rights, for women having the right to get their own mortgage and to apply for their own loans and not to have their husband sign on to them, doing those kinds of things. She also argued that the military shouldn't be forced to or shouldn't be allowed to force a woman to receive an abortion or undergo an abortion to stay in the military. And so there's a lot of women's rights issues that she's been an advocate for, and that I think had she not paved the way, maybe I wouldn't be an attorney myself. And so that is really important to me, and she's someone I really admire. I am an Orem native, And I actually grew up down the street from our office, so it's really fun to kind of just be in my old stomping grounds and feel really familiar with Orem and the people here. I have lived in Utah County actually my entire life, other than the 1 year I lived in Spokane and the 1 year I lived in Las Vegas. So I am a Utah native. I am an Orem girl by heart. Go Bruins, Mountain View High School. And even though Blake went to Orem High School, we can still get along and work together for the best of our clients. I became licensed in Nevada immediately after law school because I received a job with an insurance defense law firm in Las Vegas. And that is actually what taught me that that is not what I wanted to do long term. To really help people, I realized that plaintiff's personal injury was where I needed to be, and that's where my heart was. One of the things that made insurance defense so hard for me as an attorney was the assumption that everyone's lying, everyone's trying to get a quick buck, and people aren't genuinely injured. And I know that that's not the case. I know that people do genuinely have injuries that need to be compensated, and that they need to get the treatment and equity that they deserve following their collision or other accident. And so during that year when I was practicing in Las Vegas, I actually felt really miserable. I felt like if this is what practice is going to be, I don't want to be an attorney. And that was a big red flag for me, that I needed to change course, since I knew that what I really wanted to do was help people. And so when I came back to Utah, I got right into plaintiff's personal injury, and that's where I've been ever since, and I genuinely love it.
So even though insurance defense isn't something that you want to do, you being licensed in Nevada, it helps you. Does it help you serve a wider area of people?
Absolutely. Being licensed in Nevada allows me to help people who have been injured while in Nevada for any purpose, or that live there but also have claims here. And so one of the things that I appreciate is, you go to vacation in Las Vegas and go have fun, and you get in a car accident, you can still rely on like a good quality hometown attorney that is going to be honest and do a good job. And I've actually had a number of clients have that situation and then come back to me and ask me for help, and that's been really rewarding. It was just time to be with a firm that really wants to take cases to trial and to do whatever it takes to get the best result for clients. And so that's why making the change to Johnson Livingston was attractive to me. So I've known Blake and Todd for about 5 years collectively as Blake and Todd, but I've known Blake's family for a really long time. Blake has a lot of sisters, and one of his sisters, Liz, was a great mentor to me for a number of years. And then his sister Amy was like a sister to me. She was married to my brother's best friend, and so I knew them. They were supports to me in high school. They came to my basketball games, which was fun because I was playing against Blake's sister Brooke. And so I've actually known the Johnson family for a really long time, and it was kind of only a matter of time until Blake and I became good friends as well. And so I feel really blessed to have had the opportunity to connect with them. And the way that we really connected was a few years ago. I went to watch Blake and Todd run focus groups, and Jackie was there as well. And it was cool to learn from them and see what they were doing to make a difference in plaintiffs' cases. And that was something that wasn't being done very widely throughout the state of Utah. And just to learn from them and have that opportunity to grow and see what they're doing and how it could help me in my cases was really great. And they offered to help me with a number of my cases, which they did. And just that relationship developed over time since then, and just kind of led to this natural result of us all coming together. And I'm really excited.